Listen to me. 2026 is not just another year on the calendar. It's not just another chance to write down goals you'll forget by February. It's your year. The year you stop negotiating with your potential. The year you stop apologizing for your hunger. The year you stop letting your comfort zone rob you of your calling. Because hear me, you owe it to yourself in 2026. You owe it to that version of you who's been silent for too long. You owe it to that little kid inside who believed you could do anything before the world told you you couldn't. You owe it to your future family, your future peace, your future self. This year, I'm not talking about motivation. I'm talking about transformation. In 2026, you can't play small anymore. You can't hide behind excuses, behind fear, behind what people think. It's your time to look in the mirror and say, I'm done living below my potential. You owe it to yourself to fight for the life that's waiting for you. Let me tell you something I learned the hard way. I used to wake up every day and blame everything but me. I blamed the system. I blamed my environment. I blamed my past. I even blamed God. I thought the reason I wasn't winning was because the world was against me. But one day, one painful, quiet, powerful day, I realized it wasn't the world. It was me. I wasn't putting in the work. I wasn't consistent. I wasn't willing to suffer for success. Success doesn't come to those who want it. It comes to those who are willing to fight for it. You say you want to be great, but you sleep like you're broke, you grind like you're comfortable, and you talk like you've already made it. You can't talk it into existence without walking it into existence. 2026 is the year you stop lying to yourself. You keep saying you're waiting on the right time, but the right time is now. You keep waiting for motivation. Motivation is not coming. You keep waiting for someone to believe in you. You don't need them, because you owe it to yourself, not your parents, not your friends, not your boss, not your followers, yourself. You're the one who has to live with the pain of regret if you don't make it happen. Let me take you back for a second. There was a time in my life when I had nothing. No money, no degree, no plan, no direction. I remember sleeping on the floor of an abandoned building, using my backpack as a pillow. Nights were cold, mornings were hopeless. Every day felt like a replay of failure. But even then, even when I was broken, I still had one thing, a vision. I used to whisper to myself, one day, you're gonna make it. One day, they'll know your name. One day, you'll speak to crowds. But whispering wasn't enough. I had to get up. I had to grind. I had to push when nobody was watching. I had to cry, pray, and still show up. That's what you have to do in 2026. You might not have the resources. You might not have support. You might not have recognition. But you've got you, and that's enough to start. Don't wait for perfect conditions. The perfect time never comes. Only the perfect effort does. When I was at my lowest, I realized something powerful. Nobody's coming to save you. No one's coming to fix your life. No one's coming to hand you your dream. You've got to wake up every day like your future depends on your grind, because it does. You've been telling yourself stories. You've been saying, I'll start when I have more time. You've been saying, I'm too old, I'm too young, it's too late, I missed my chance. Let me tell you, your excuses are lying to you. The truth is, you're scared. You're afraid of failing. You're afraid of judgment. You're afraid that you'll give it everything and still fall short. But what if you don't try, and the rest of your life becomes the biggest failure of all? In 2026, it's not about fear anymore. It's about faith. Faith in your grind. Faith in your gift. Faith in your purpose. If you can breathe, you can fight. If you can think, you can plan. If you can move, you can win. Stop saying, I can't, and start saying, I will. Every single day, look at your goals and ask yourself, if I owe it to myself, am I paying that debt today? You've been in debt, not financial debt, but potential debt. Every time you hit snooze, you owe yourself. Every time you settle, you owe yourself. Every time you let fear stop you, you owe yourself. And 2026 is collection time. You've got dreams with interest building up. You've got talents that been waiting to shine. You've got a destiny that's tired of your delay. It's time to pay what you owe. Wake up earlier. Grind harder. Pray longer. Focus deeper. Love stronger. Discipline sharper. You owe it to yourself to see what happens when you give 120%. You owe it to yourself to find out how strong you really are when you stop quitting halfway. Don't give the world 50% effort and expect 100% return. Pay what you owe in sweat, in time, in discipline, in faith. Let me talk to the grinders in the dark, the ones who don't get applause, the ones who put in hours when nobody's checking, the ones who are tired but still show up. That's where greatness is born, in the dark. Everybody wants the spotlight, but few want the shadows that build champions. In 2026, I want you to fall in love with the process. Not the praise, not the outcome, the process. When you start waking up at 4 a.m. and nobody claps, keep going. When you stay disciplined while others party, keep going. When you feel unseen but know you're growing, keep going. Because the day you plant the seed is not the day you eat the fruit. Keep watering your dream. Keep feeding your faith. Keep pushing your limits. Your time will come. The hardest fight you'll ever face isn't against the world. It's against yourself. You versus your laziness. You versus your doubt. You versus your comfort. You versus your fear. Every day, those voices will whisper, "You're not enough. You can't make it. Why even try?" And you've got to shout back louder, "Watch me." In 2026, you're not running from the fight. You're walking into it with purpose. You've been through too much to quit now. You've cried too many nights to give up. You've sacrificed too much to stay the same. Stop letting temporary emotions make permanent decisions. You might not control what happens to you, but you control what happens through you. It's not what you go through, it's what you grow through. You owe it to yourself to grow through it all. You keep saying you have a dream, but a dream without execution is a wish. Stop wishing and start working. You don't need to see the whole staircase. Just take the first step. You don't need to have it all figured out. Just start moving. You don't need perfect. You need progress. Vision without grind is just fantasy. In 2026, I don't want to hear about your goals. I want to see your grind. When they doubt you, grind. When they laugh, grind. When you're tired, grind. When it hurts, grind. Because your dream won't respect your excuses, but it will respond to your effort. Let me be real with you. Greatness has a price tag, and most people aren't willing to pay it. It costs your sleep. It costs your comfort. It costs your friends. It costs your peace of mind sometimes. But that's the price of destiny. You've got to be willing to do what 99% won't so you can live like the 1% do. You've got to be willing to look crazy, to be misunderstood, to be laughed at, until you make it. 2026 is not the year of talking. It's the year of doing. If you want it, fight for it. If you believe it, prove it. If you dream it, chase it. Because the world doesn't reward intention, it rewards execution. Some of you lost in 2024. Some of you got knocked down in 2025. But 2026? This is your comeback year. You've been through the storm. Now it's time to dance in the rain. You've been through the pain. Now it's time to use it as fuel. You are not a failure. You are forging greatness through every setback. Your story isn't over. Your pain has a purpose. Your scars are proof that you survived what was meant to destroy you. This year, rise. Rise from the ashes. Rise from the doubt. Rise from the mistakes. Rise from the fear. Because you owe it to yourself to see what happens when you stop giving up. At the end of the day, it's not about money. It's not about fame. It's not about applause. It's about impact. What will they say about you when you're gone? That you played it safe? That you talked big but did little? Or that you gave everything, every ounce, every breath, every moment, chasing your purpose? Your life is a message. Your grind is your legacy. Make it count. In 2026, live in such a way that your future self looks back and says, "Thank you. Thank you for not quitting. Thank you for believing. Thank you for fighting. Thank you for doing what others wouldn't." You owe it to yourself and to the world to fulfill what you were born for. So here's my question. When 2026 ends, will you be proud of the person you became or haunted by the one you could have been? This is your year to collect your purpose. Get up earlier. Stay up later. Train harder. Study deeper. Dream bigger. Execute sharper. Love yourself enough to demand greatness. Stop waiting for motivation. Stop waiting for permission. Stop waiting for someone to choose you. Choose yourself. Because in 2026, it's not about luck. It's not about talent. It's not about opportunity. It's about one simple truth. You owe it to yourself. You owe it to the person you were. You owe it to the person you're becoming. You owe it to the dream that keeps you awake at night. You owe it to the greatness that's already inside you. Don't waste another day. Don't let another year pass with excuses. Stand up. Lock in. Grind harder than you ever have. Because when 2026 ends, you won't just have lived another year. You'll have become everything you were meant to be. Now go out there and collect what's yours.